Hello, everybody. This is Make Me Mad Gaming, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. This is going to be the start of a new Halloween or like October only little series I'm doing, where I will basically just be talking about some of my favorite villains, mainly some like horror ones, because it is the month of scares and spooks and all. But yeah, this will basically just be a little series about me going on about some of my favorite villains in all of media. And why not start with one of my personal favorites, the Master of Fear himself, Scarecrow from the Batman series, also known as Jonathan Crane, Dr. Jonathan Crane. And I would like to talk about two versions in particular. Scarecrow from Batman the animated series and Scarecrow from Injustice 2. To start with, from Batman TAS, Scarecrow. I love his design in this. He looks goofy, but he's still pretty intimidating. I fell in love with this design, and I constantly find myself just like drawing it because it's just a really fun like little cartoon design. Which I didn't necessarily like this design at first, but it grew on me. I got some caught in my throat. uh, uh, so Scarecrow, just in general, he is a master of fear, or that's at least what he calls himself. And what he does is, oh, I'm so sorry. His main goal is to inflict as many people with his fear toxin as possible. And basically, his fear toxin is a little like concoction that he can make that basically just brings out the true, like the deepest fear in someone. And no matter who it is, it can be Harley Quinn, Batman, Superman, even characters like Darkseid. They're still affected with the fear gas. And the Batman TAS animated series version of Scarecrow, I particularly like, just because he's a very creative little fella. First of all, he rigs like sport events by betting on particular, like, I don't know, like horse racers or something, just for example. And what he does is he uses the fear toxin on all the other opponents so that he wins the bet, he gets the money, so that he can like spend the money to like further his research with his fear toxins. And I don't know, I just find that pretty interesting, basically. There's also the whole idea of him making an anti fear toxin, uh, where basically it completely gets rid of someone's fears, giving them a near suicidal bravery, which is yet another really fun and unique idea. Well, not fun, but unique idea for a villain. Basically, so that technically he's not hurting anyone, but I guess it's the same way as Jigsaw like doesn't hurt people. He's just saving people. No, but like he is a very twisted character. That's like very easy to tell just by like his. You can go on the near pure evil wiki and it will list literally everything. That's what I'm on to base this off of. There's a reason as to why he wants to do this, and that's only really because of his father, who was the main person behind like basically his father experimented on Jonathan when he was little and exposed him to like a chamber full of the fear toxin, like a very early stage of it, and that kind of just shattered the mind of Jonathan. He became like basically just like a man obsessed with psychology and fear. And speaking of psychology, this brings us to Injustice 2 Scarecrow. And why that brings us to Injustice 2 Scarecrow? Well, because out of all the characters in Injustice 2, Scarecrow is the most ruthless with his words. First of all, he completely predicts, like, he 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 basically just knows what Wonder Woman has done and just calls her out on it.
You're not afraid of Superman. You're afraid you corrupted him. Brave hero. Your worst fear is becoming the villain of the story.
And aside from that, there's also this line.
Everyone has something to lose.
Like you're about to lose consciousness?
I refer to your baby sister.
Yeah, he's ruthless. He and he's awesome. His design is so cool. Oh, I shouldn't be saying that he's awesome, but he's a very cool character, even if he's a very evil character. Uh, and like his design, his super, his moveset, they're all just like they fit Scarecrow so well. And I don't really know much more to say. I mean, I don't know why I started like growing a deep like love, but still like, oh, this is a bad guy feeling towards Scarecrow. Uh, and I think that mainly I just remembered Scarecrow after watching this clip that made me just binge a bunch of like Batman stuff. What was that clip, you ask? This.